Hello, my name is Lisa Coors, and this is the Lisa Coors Show. This is the best of the best in fitness 2014, and this is our second show. The last show you saw Danny Calhoun and Lisa English. And today you're going to see Jean Weed and Karen Sudkamp. I'm really excited to talk to you about these fabulous instructors. They're here today to inspire you to get off the couch, because I know a lot of you are sitting there. It's been a cold, cold, cold winter, and you're like, I need to do something. I really can't get off the couch. What can I do? And I'm really hoping today that you're going to hear two fabulous stories, and it's going to give you that get up and go to say, I need to make a change in my life. So let's talk to our first guest, Jean Weed, and I'm so excited to have you here today. And welcome to the show.
Thank you, Lisa. Glad to be here.
Awesome. So I met you last year. We had the Women's Fitness Association Fitness Throwdown, and she was one of our instructors. And tell us about you. Tell us where you're from, and tell us about your fitness. We'd love to hear your story.
Well, I've been here in Cincinnati for about 13 years. I come from Wisconsin. It's been a while now that I've been here. But, I really feel that exercise saved my life. I look back and I was pushing almost 300 pounds. And I really knew that, getting active was going to make the difference in, living long, being there for my children, and, having a healthier life as I, age and get older.
So you were 300 pounds, and tell me about this lifestyle change, and what was it that triggered you that said, I've got to change. What triggered that?
Well, I had a baby at 41 years old, and I actually have kids that span 3 decades.
Oh my goodness.
So I've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
And I think when you start to do the math and you really think about your life when you get older, and you really want to be there for your kids.
Sure.
So I think everybody does need to find that motivator, find what is important to them that they can focus on to keep them on track, and then keep that in the forefront of your mind as to why you're doing what you need to do.
Sure. So something triggered you and said, I'm 300 pounds, I got to get off the couch. Did somebody inspire you, or did you watch a show, or did you go to the doctor?
It's interesting you say that, though. It was a physician, and I give him a lot of credit as a primary care doc. I had injured my back several years before that, and I had gone in for a follow-up appointment, and he said to me, your back's fine, I want to talk to you about your weight. And I went, wow, this guy is hitting this head on, and that caught me off guard. And I think that the surprising thing is that it still took me several years before I actually was able to engage in the process, take responsibility, really understand where I stood with my health status, and that it took having that child at that heavier weight to go, okay, he's right, I have to do something. But I give him a lot of credit for being up front. I think a lot of times our physicians don't want to confront us about weight.
I agree. What was the first thing you did? Did you join a gym? Did you go to Weight Watchers? What did you do?
I went to actually a program through Jewish Hospital.
Okay.
They were very multidisciplinary. So they had an exercise physiologist. It was physician supervised.
Wonderful.
So I had that part. They had a dietitian on board.
Nice.
So every piece. The other thing about it is had a support component, and they really kind of taught a lot about, what are some of the key things that are going to make this be a lifestyle change, not a diet.
Wow.
And so I think that's really key to have that support, and you can go back there at any time.
Wonderful.
But as far as exercise for me, there was a woman that came into the support group, and she had lost over 100 pounds as well, and she was a runner. And, just to even think of yourself as being able to be a runner, that had never occurred to me that was a possibility. And I'm like, wow, she's a runner? Maybe I could be a runner. It's like, really? I could be a runner? It's like, I had no idea that was even in my, possibilities.
Oh my gosh.
And I think, so, I started slowly because I still had a lot of weight on. Join the Y, was part of a water aerobics class because that's really all I could handle.
Sure.
On my joints. And my running career didn't last real long, but definitely a biker, and that's how I got into I got into spinning and then biking.
Wow.
But so something that's easy on the joints. So the key is finding something that you like and that you can do.
Well, I've heard you are one amazing spinning instructor. The word's out. So tell us about spinning. There's some people out there in the audience that are still wondering what spinning is.
Well, I think it looks really intense, and I think it really kind of scares people because they might have walked by a spinning room and it's all dark in there and people are like sweating and it's really intense.
Yeah.
And I think the key to it is to really go at your own pace. That it's really it's a non-impact routine on a stationary bicycle set to music. And so then if your instructor has enough variety and good music, the time really goes fast. But it's all about being in your heart rate zone. And if you can put your ego aside and come in and work at your own pace, it's a sport for everybody. And you can do it indoors.
Fabulous.
And if you bike outside in this weather, it gives you that opportunity to stay fit through the winter.
Wow. And as an instructor, a fellow instructor, I know how inspiring you can be being up there in front of your class. So good for you for being up there now and being that source of inspiration for the class. I'm really excited for you. So
it's been fun.
It has been. What is your motto for your life? What keeps you going?
Well, when I first started this journey, and this is this year will be my 11th year of my 100-pound weight loss. So I've maintained.
Okay, high five, awesome.
Yeah, so I'm in the 11th year of maintaining.
100 pounds, that's a
Yes.
person.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
And I think the key then is really, again, to think of yourself as a healthy person. But I started to do things that would make me both healthy and happy, and then Walgreens stole that. But but that was when I got started. Every decision I made was kind of based on happiness and health, and health being the whole person. So financial health, emotional health, the whole picture. This year for 2014, I've really adopted a new motto of to go for it. And I think, we all we're our own worst enemy. Sometimes we have fear that prevents us from doing, doing something, going for our goals. And I just want to put all that self-doubt aside and just if there's an opportunity that I think is going to be beneficial, that I just really don't want to let anything stop me and go forward.
Good for you. So everybody's at home is listening to this. This is go for it, get up, let's do this. Do you have, I know you had some people that inspired you during the weight loss journey. Do you have a mentor right now or someone who has always been your biggest champion?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think too, the students in my class.
Oh yeah.
They have such energy they bring. And, that's the other kind of nice thing about spinning is that even though you're working as an individual for your own fitness goals, you have that energy of a group to really help power you and move you. And, I really do think we all have our stories. And maybe someone will think, oh, there's someone that has never struggled, or there's someone that, is fit or in shape, or she still needs to lose 25 pounds. Whatever we assume about a person, they all have a story. And I just find that every person that comes into my classes is there because they want to be healthy and they want to be here for the long haul. And finding their own source of motivation, why, and then keeping that in the forefront of their mind and staying focused.
That's fabulous. So it's like I asked you who your mentor is, and it sounds like it's the people in your audience, your class.
Absolutely.
And that is really neat. And that's the greatest thing about teaching group, isn't it?
It is, because I have one young guy that he sprints for UC track,
cool.
And he's like, wow, that was hard. And it's like to be like a middle-aged chubby woman who can kind of kick this guy's butt feels pretty good.
It is a great feeling
to be that strong and so forth. And then there's just a variety of people that come in and do it. But again, the common theme is it's all about putting themselves first, taking care of their health, and it's really important.
Wow, putting themselves first. That's because if you can't take care of anyone else unless you care for yourself, right?
Yeah, and that's so true. I know that I've worked mostly with women in my fitness career. When I started my fitness career, my goal was really to help other women that had the same
Sure.
life issues that I had had. And so what I found was that they were always putting everybody else first.
Wow,
And that they,
yes, so
at
true.
the end of the day, they're last on the list and there's no time. Now they're done, they're fried.
They're fried.
And so to start out by taking care of yourself first, I think it just really launches you into your day and being able to be that much better at everything else that you do.
Wow, this is, I'm hoping people are listening to what you're saying, as they watch the show today, because I, as a trainer, see the same thing. So many women come in and they put everything before their own health.
Right.
Then it gets to a point where they might not have the doctor you had.
Right.
Thank God for your doctor.
I know. I think too that, we all have 24 hours in a day. And what I think the difference for me was, and I looked back and kind of my journaling really helped me a lot. And there was a lot of I need to, gotta, shoulda, need to, have to's. And really taking the exercise piece and really bumping it up on the priority list.
Sure.
That really made the difference for me, scheduling it. And classes are great for that because then you can say, here's where I'm going at this time, it lasts this long, and this is what I'm going to do while I'm there.
Wow.
So it's very specific and scheduled, and making that a priority.
That is wonderful. First of all, let's go back and say, where do you teach your classes?
Okay. I teach primarily at LA Fitness, in Hyde Park.
Okay.
And then I also teach on Saturdays at Five Seasons.
At Five Seasons. Okay, that's exciting. Boy, oh boy. I want to come take your class because I used to do the spinning thing and I miss it, and you are such an inspiration.
It's all about the music. Good music.
Good music, yes. So what are 3 things you want to leave with our audience today? What do you want them to remember about this interview?
I think the key is to capture your own motivation. Find out what is it that you want to be healthy for. Is it your family? Is it kids? Is it grandchildren? And then write that down and keep it in front of you. And whenever the choices present themselves that might derail you from your healthy lifestyle, that you can kind of go back and go, oh, I'm doing this for my kids, or I'm doing this for my family. So capture why you need to live a healthy lifestyle. And then I think get up and move. You have to move. I think we need to eat well too.
Yes.
But I think that when you exercise, the eating can kind of fall in line a little bit.
Yeah, so no, that's exactly.
And then take care of yourself first.
Take care of yourself. First, number 1 priority.
Yeah.
Fabulous. Well, I've learned a lot from you today. I love doing this show because I get fabulous people like yourself, and I'm just going back to our audience once again. I like to reach out to everyone sitting on the couch. This lady's lost 100 pounds. And I know there's a lot of people sitting there that say, I need to lose 100 pounds or I need to lose 20 pounds. But let her be your inspiration and putting yourself first. I hear the word journaling. You journaled a lot and you wrote down a lot of things. So thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome.
And Jean Wade, and I keep calling you Jeannie because
That's
a lot of
okay.
your students call you Jeannie.
No, that's fine.
So thank you for being here today.
Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. Glad to be here.
Awesome.
Thanks.
So, and stay tuned. We will be back with Karen Sudkamp. And it's time for you to get off the couch and start walking in place or jogging in place. You have a couple minutes and we'll be back. Thank you. Welcome back to the Lisa Coors Show. This is the best of the best in fitness 2014. This is our 2nd episode. Have you been walking in place, jogging in place since we left you? I hope so. First of all, some of you have been looking at my shirt probably for through our first interview today, and it says Tabata, and you're probably saying to yourself, what is Tabata? Tabata is a Japanese workout. Actually, it was started by a Dr. Tabata in Japan. And he was asked to work with the Japanese speed skating team. And they said to him, what is the fastest way we can get stronger, get faster? And so he was kind of like a research scientist, and he tested the muscles. And he came up with this 20 seconds on for the exercise, 10-second rest. That is what Tabata is. And some of you know it as HIIT. And it's really popular now. It's an interval training, and you see it in a lot of the gyms. It's really hot in California, really hot in New York, and it's coming here. So I want to make sure y'all know it, Tabata. You can research it. So let's get on with the show. I'm really excited to have Karen Sudkamp here today. She's our second interview. And Karen, welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
We're glad you're here. So tell us all about yourself. I know you pretty well, so tell our audience.
Well, I'm a certified personal trainer and Pilates instructor. It's my passion for life. I feel like I have a great intuition that I can really focus on what my client needs. So I love what I do. I love my clients. I love sharing that love for fitness and strength with my clients. I live in Northern Kentucky. Work with you here over in Anderson, which this is a great community. I love Anderson Township. I grew up in Lexington.
Okay.
On a big farm where you were told to go out and play. So I love the outdoors. I love gardening, and all that. So
you grew up on a farm. Did you have animals, or was it a crop farm, or anything?
Both. Actually, my aunt still owns our farm there, and I get to visit it. And it's great. It's great.
Awesome. So, Pilates. Okay, there's so many things about Pilates. There's Pilates mat. There's Pilates reformer. Tell the audience about Pilates, and I know maybe some background about the exercises.
Sure. Pilates is it's a full body workout that never takes an emphasis off of your core muscles, your belly muscles, your low back, your glute muscles, inner thigh. But there's mat Pilates, which you are on the floor on a mat doing full body workout. Also, a Pilates reformer, where if you're not sure what that is, Google Pilates reformer. Looks a little bit like a torture table, but it is not. You can do hundreds of exercises on a Pilates reformer, and again, it's about strength. I like the terminology to describe Pilates where strength meets grace. So it's a very graceful way to strengthen your body.
Awesome. And I take Pilates reformer from Karen at our studio, and one thing I really like is that I have lots of structural issues, and you're able to work with that. And I think the audience, you need to understand is when you find an instructor, always ask, say, especially if you have neck problems, you have back problems, you need to ask the instructor if they know how to work with someone.
Absolutely.
With all these issues. Gosh.
Absolutely. Just like when we train any of our clients, every client is an individual that have their own needs, their own restrictions. So you just need to tell your instructor, I have some neck issues. I probably should not, be bringing my neck up off of the table and things like that. But you can, we can work with any goals or issues there. So
that's great. So who inspired you in your life? I knowing you and knowing people who know you, you inspire others. Karen is very much known for this calming voice. And she just, when you work out with her, you just are calm. And that's a wonderful thing. Who inspired you? Somebody had to.
Well, I mean, really. Women like you in the fitness industry that, when you tell people what you do, they'll say, well, what's your real job? So seeing women like you, other women trainers, business owners, that they are taking what they love, and it is their real job. It is their real job. And so I think just being inspired by, I can do what I love. I can give to people. I can help people be healthier. I can help people be stronger. And it's what I really love. So I just think other women and men also in the fitness industry that aim to be professional and never take their eye off of the goal, which is the client. And it's not about me, and I put my ego at the door. It's about you. This whole hour or half hour is your time.
That's a refreshing statement.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the fitness industry.
Okay.
And, I've had some shows where we've talked about the state of the fitness industry, where it's going. if you could change some things about our industry as it stands right now, what would it be? Do you have any thoughts?
I just think that when you decide that you want to have a better fitness goal, or if there's a level that you want to go up to as far as fitness, whether it's weight loss, strength, endurance, whatever that is, that you look at yourself in the mirror and say, these are my goals. I think that people, get discouraged and they say, well, I'm never going to be body beautiful. I'm never going to, look like this person in the magazine.
Yeah.
So I think just that we as trainers and fitness professionals take that goal of looking like a model, or looking like, the guy on the beach with the huge muscles, that we take that out of the picture and say that, let's focus on each person's goal and go at their level, and that fitness is for life. We don't want a quick fix. We don't want to, we don't want it to be a fad.
Yeah.
That let's train people to live, a healthy life.
I love it.
So I think just that, and not that quick fix type thing that we sometimes see in the fitness industry. It's like, we're gonna pump you up in 30 days or whatever.
Right.
Let's learn to live life in a really healthy way.
That's a great statement, because so many of us open these fitness magazines and it's always the girl in the sports bra and the little pants and the guy, like you said, the big buff guy. And so, somebody goes to the gym and they go, I need to look at like that.
Right.
That's the model I'm looking at. And that's not reality for most of us. So I'm so glad that you're bringing this to our attention, that there are other trainers out there that can get you fit for life,
Sure.
so to speak. And I think that's really important, because most of the people who should be in our gyms aren't in our gyms.
Right.
Majority of our population. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So I want to dig into Karen Sudkamp just a little bit more. So talk about how you get through challenges in your life, and you are very known for your Pilates and your training, and when you're in this industry, there's challenges. How have you gotten through challenge?
I have to say, my clientele. I went through a personal challenge years ago, and I was just starting out as a personal trainer, and and I think at that point, for all of us who go through a personal challenge, you let everything go and just say, I'm not doing this anymore. My clients helped me through that time.
Wow.
And just seeing them motivated helped me through my personal challenges. So I think just drawing your strength from other people, and that might be not you taking from them, but you giving to them, letting that person, let me help you as a trainer, seeing that reward that you get, gosh, that's helping me through a really, challenging time in my life.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Our clients do more than they can imagine. I mean, we give to them, but they can't imagine what we're getting in return.
Exactly. And I tell my clients, I am learning from you.
I so agree with you. I so agree. And I think some people out there who've never worked with a trainer or gone to the gym, they're probably thinking, oh, it's all about the trainer. And honestly, with a good trainer, it's not. We really are there for the client.
That's right. That's right.
Oh, gosh. So I want to know what your weekly workouts look like. What do you do?
Well, I just try, all of us, we're all busy, right? We are all busy. And I try on Sundays at the beginning of my week to say, okay, this is my schedule, and these are the times that I have to work out.
Wow.
So
Good,
I think that for everybody is make that a priority, sit down during the week and say, this is my planning for the week, these are my appointments, and on Tuesday and Thursday, from 9 to 10, that's when I'm working out. And whether if
Planning.
right,
That's
planning.
great. That's
and even
great.
if that's a walk outside, that's your time. I try to get in 2 half-hour strength training. I just think that basic strength is really important.
That's
I
awesome.
try two days a week. I like to take different classes. I like
Awesome.
I love to see other instructors teach. So if I can pop in on a class
That's
someplace,
great.
I'll do that. Maybe a Tabata class.
Yeah.
And then teaching Pilates, I get the benefit of getting to do that with the client. So I get a little job bonus there. So.
Well, great. No, that's helpful.
So I just think keeping it well-rounded. You want to have strength. You want to have some cardio. You want to, do some core conditioning. So I just think it's a balance. Just I try not to focus on too much of one thing.
Awesome. Well, you've given our audience a lot of things to think about, and I always ask the people I interview, I say, what would you like to leave our audience with? You've given us a lot of ideas. Is there anything else you want to leave with our audience today? Any other ideas?
I just think that if you are struggling with the concept of maybe bumping up your fitness level, or even starting out, becoming more fit, no matter what your age or your struggles are, just set a goal a year from now, and say, look at yourself and say, okay, a year from now, I want to weigh this much. I want to have this much, better endurance, and whatever that goal is, and make it a year from now, and take baby steps for the next 12 months, for that, and know that this is a lifestyle change for you.
Awesome.
So I think just keeping your own, put blinders on and don't look at the person next to you, look at yourself and say, this is what I want for me in the next year, and
Awesome.
I'm going to get there.
Awesome. Karen Sudkamp, thank you so much for being on
Thank
my
you.
show today.
Thank
and
you.
Such great ideas for our audience. So thank you for joining us, the Anderson residents. I'm Lisa Coors from the Lisa Coors Show. We'll see you next time.